In today's video, gents, we're talking about fragrances that make you smell like $1,000,000. So the first fragrance on this list is relatively new, having been released in 2017. That being said, it's got old money credentials because it's based off a fragrance released in 1966 that transformed the men's cologne world. Not to be confused with the modern Sauvage line. No, the Eau Sauvage line became legendary because the mix of citrus with lavender with a nice clean woody base. Considered a masterpiece fragrance, this was a staple worn by the rich and famous. Seriously, tons of well-to-do men consider this their signature scent. Now straight up, what does it even mean to smell like old money? In a nutshell, if a man smells old money, he smells classic, refined. He doesn't smell overly flashy. He's in charge and he isn't going anywhere. Now, if someone were to ask me, what are the notes I expect in an old money type of fragrance, something classic, I would give you 7 notes. The first one being citrus. This includes bergamot, lemon, grapefruit. These are going to be invigorating. These are going to be fresh. They just give a feeling of cleanliness. Now, that 1966 release is Dior's Eau Sauvage. The accords are perfect for summer. We've got citrus, aromatic, a fresh, spicy, woody, lavender accords, elegant, modern, fresh, versatile. This is a signature-worthy scent that definitely screams old money. Right off the top, 2 fragrances that fit this description that are very different from each other. We've got Creed, Green Irish Tweed, and we have Polo Green. It's been described as an invigorating blast of fresh, clean green. Stunning, masculine, creates a feeling of well-being. Despite being out since 1985, this fragrance does not smell dated and is one of the best old money fragrances on this list. But not to be outdone, we've got Polo Green, released in 1978. If you smell this, you will say, yes, I've smelled this before. Easily one of the best-selling fragrances for men of all time. More of a fall and winter fragrance. I know guys that wear this year-round. It is their go-to scent. Actually, a lot of guys, and that's what you're going to notice. It's distinctive. It is definitely a classic, been around, and has that old money smell to it. And that takes us to earthy notes. We got the vetiver, but also oak moss. And oak moss was a staple in men's fragrances for a long time because it helped the fragrance project and last long. But it also led to men's fragrances being associated with this earthy type of smell. Now, 2 of the more common earthy fragrances out there, when I say common, these are rarely picked up, bought, or worn. So if you're going to get into these fragrances, first get your nose on them. But if you do, they're amazing. H24. This is going to be the parfum. Not my cup of tea. A little bit too much oak moss. But I am bringing up the EDP because it has that really oak moss. They're clear that this is one of the dominant notes. The other one that you want to check out, this one has more of an earthy vibe to it. Almost smells like dirt. Yes, that is going to be Terra Essence by Bulgari. Again, it's an acquired taste. It's not for everybody, but it definitely has a beautiful old money smell if that's your type of thing. That being said, if those are too common for you, 2 lesser known options, Tom Ford's Beau de Jour. It's an aromatic, fresh, spicy, lavender, woody, green, earthy fragrance with a touch of patchouli. Released in 2020, what I love about this is a modern old money scent that in the Tom Ford line, for some reason, a lot of guys look over. Florist 89, on the other hand, this fragrance is probably one of the oldest ones I'm talking about today. Classic, timeless, and popular with those that read in Fleming. Florist 89 is, a fragrance that has been around, but nobody seems to know about, unless you're a James Bond fan.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
Now, if you want an earthy fragrance that's a little bit more mainstream, very wearable, check out Gucci Guilty Absolute Pour Homme. This one flies under the radar. Compared to the other flankers, everyone's like, what was this? This was a beautiful, earthy, old school type of fragrance, and probably the most popular when it comes to earthy fragrances that will get you compliments, even with that dirty orange smell, is going to be Terre de Mes by Hermes. This is their flagship fragrance and a masterpiece. And that takes me to the next 2 notes we see in a lot of old money fragrances: woods and spices. Now, when we're talking about woody fragrances, we're talking about cedar, sandalwoods, pines, and even vetiver. I know it's a grass, but technically in the fragrance world, it's oftentimes clumped in with woods. The thing with wood notes is they often give a feeling of warmth and depth, often associated with elegance. Well, gentlemen, I'm going back to Chanel's 1990 release, Egoist. So the accords here, this is a woody, warm, spicy, rose tobacco, aromatic fragrance that very few men in today's day and age own, let alone wear. But if you want a spicy fragrance that's more wearable during the summer and something that flies under the radar, check out F by Ferragamo. That's been around since 2007, is a really fresh, clean, with a pepper note. You don't usually get that combination, and that's why I really like this spicy fragrance. Now, the 2 fragrances I'm holding right here, Tom Ford's Tobacco Oud. A lot of people are going to feel this is pushing the edge. I still think this could be an old money fragrance. It's classic. It's been around for a while. I really enjoy this one. But if this one's too much for you, check out one of Burberry's newest releases. That's going to be the Hero Eau de Parfum. Now, if you want something that you can pick up in stores, let's say you're at Sephora, you're at Ulta, definitely check out Dolce & Gabbana's light blue line, specifically Italian Love. I think it really cools down. It's a beautiful fragrance and it's relatively affordable. And since we're here talking about the Dolce & Gabbana line, I'm going to go ahead and throw in the One. This is a very popular selling fragrance for a reason. This thing is just, it exudes class. It's going to be more for cooler months. So naturally, a darker, heavier fragrance like this is going to be suited to cold weather. That being said, the spice and wood could also make this an old money fragrance. Now, really quick, a few fragrances I did not want to leave off this list. We got Penhaligon's Sartorial. If you are dressing up, this is the fragrance for you. Next up, you want to be more attractive. You want to draw in the ladies. You want that old school money vibe that's going to draw in the women. Guys, check out Angel Shear's Killian. So sweeter fragrances that smell like vanilla, I didn't really put on this list because traditionally they're not old money, but this one is an exception. And if you just want something fresh to be able to wear to the beach that literally you could spray on multiple times, not overpower anyone and just smell amazing, check out Prada's L'Homme Water Splash. Now, I know a lot of you guys watching this are like, come on, Antonio, how did you not have a Givenchy on this list? How did you not have a Parfums de Marly? Well, guys, come on, check out this video right here. I got you covered. And I will probably have one of, maybe not this one decent, just came out. This one really good for summer, but yeah, I cover more in this video right here.